So my son comes home today. It's all right to cry. It's all right. It's okay to cry. You know, he comes home today and he's had a hard week. You know what I'm saying? Little kids in the school, majority of them, I don't know what their problem is. But they don't like black people. A lot of them don't like black people. They've been taught that at home. I went to the school yesterday for a meeting because my son was called a Negro, is what I was told. Now, before the meeting, my son supposedly got in trouble for throwing his folder. Now, a little girl was pulling on his folder, and he was trying to get her to stop because they pick on him in the classroom because he's one of the black kids. So he's pulling his folder away from the little girl and he's telling her to stop. So the teacher tells him to be quiet and other kids to be quiet. So she's saying he should have told her what was said and this, and that. Well, you don't told my son to be quiet and told him to be quiet over and over when he was trying to tell it. So he gets mad and throw the folder because you're not listening to them little kids being racist. So the next day, he goes back to school and these little kids tell his little joke about the chainsaw and saying, what did the chainsaw say to the black man? And the little boys say, what? And they say, run, nigga, nigga, run. Okay. So I tell the teacher, that afternoon, the principal, they said they ain't heard nothing about it. The teacher did not respond to it because she heard about him calling him a Negro, but she didn't hear about the nigga joke. But she still didn't report the fact that the little boys called him a Negro, the little white boys. So I go to this meeting yesterday and they tell me that they investigated it and they asked over 13 little boys and finally 3 of them told the truth and said that the little boys did call him a Negro. So evidently the little boy poster got punished or whatever, but my son said he was in school yesterday and today. So how did he get punished? Normally people get expelled for stuff like this. So they're allowing these kids to constantly bully or agitate my son till he goes off and then he gets write-ups and stuff in his planner. For the longest, I thought maybe he was just acting up. But then I got kind of curious and I'm thinking, wait, something's wrong. He ain't always just going to be wrong now. So the teachers say that when they did the little investigation, they didn't find out nothing about the nigga joke. Then towards the end of our meeting, she let it slip and said, yeah, and once I played along with it like everything was cool, it's not cool to call nobody no nigga. My mama birth certificate said Negro, and then all of a sudden it was changed later to Black African American. How's these young kids that's 7 and 8, 9 years old knowing the word Negro? My son only knew the word white boy, and the little boy is white. So when he called my son a Negro, my son said, well, you a white boy. What? They talking about that was wrong for my son to say. What the thing of it is, my son only knew one word. He didn't know them little slangs that black people can call white people. Because we don't teach our kids that. But that little boy, he knew Negro and the little nigga joke. And then today, he plays like he's my son's friend. And this is why my son is crying. Now you hold this up. You hold it up. He gives this to my son. And he's trying to be funny. Because if you look right there, you'll see the Confederate cross turned sideways. Is what be on the Confederate flag. Oh, yeah. Now, this stuff is being allowed at this school here in South Fort, Tennessee. I don't like it. And I feel like it's a bunch of bull, going on there. There's been little kids who's black families who don't pull their kid out this school. And if you are so blind that you don't know that your own little kids, in this school is being racist and you want to give them an excuse and say they was just playing, look at the tears that's on my son's face. When they had to come home crying, angry about something like that, that's not playing. That's you giving them so many excuses to grow up to be racist and giving the black people excuses to grow up and be against white people. That's continuing a race war with these kids, allowing them to be this way. You're not, a spanking and all that. That don't change these kids. They need to be mentally evaluated, and they need mental help, and they need to be explained what's going on, and their parents need to be, charged with something. Some kind of action need to be taken. I mean, because if the roles was reversed, would it be right? I'm just really upset about this right now, because who do we go to? Who gonna help us? Who gonna share our messages and our pain? Who gonna help us? Ain't nobody helping us. We just out here marching and doing. Ain't nobody helping us. I want a message like this to reach the right people. You know what I mean? I want this right here to reach the right people, man. Because I'm upset. My son is upset, and he has to continue to go to this school. I can't afford to move. So, man, this just really got me upset, man. And when you upset, you can give the next person good advice, but when you upset, you don't really know what to do. You don't know how to think. So right now, I'm just dumbfounded, because how could you not know something like this is going on in your school? I mean, you can't allow kids to keep on bullying or either agitating somebody until they get mad, where they get in trouble. You got to stop the agitating. You got to know what's going on in your school. I'm not happy about this, man. Like I said, who gonna help us? Who gonna share our message, man? Who gonna help us? This is some bullshit right here.